friends. How do we do today? How are we today, friends? Hope we are having a fantastic day. Alright. That is live. I'll do. Another match happens. Best of 3 into best of 5 semis. Simple bracket. Today, simple bracket. Guys, how are we doing? Oh, man. I could not sleep at all last night. The CD Fire. Best of 3. All right, perfect. Looks like we got some. All right, just making sure everyone's ready to go here. We have a simple 6-man bracket today, nothing too fancy. How you doing, girls? You just relaxing? Didn't want me to sleep at all last night, but now you want to sleep? You suck. They just wouldn't let me sleep last night. They had wanted to run around and do crazy things. Oh, well. Sometimes you can't sleep every night. You know how it is? He has until you do shit. Oh, man. I don't quite have the energy yet. Don't worry, guys. As we get into the games, I'm sure the energy will come running back because, well, it's StarCraft. The energy's always there. All right. Looks like one of our players is one of our players is like, oh god, I didn't want that matchup, but yeah. Uh, Getting our players organized. Looks like one of them said you need a minute, but we do have our match lined up. We got Vok versus Galen. I think it's gonna be a good banger to start us off with. Winner versus Yakub in a semifinal match. So like, it's a great run, I think, right there. All right. Sorry, guys. The players just need a minute here. But, you know, we do have players. They have done vetoes. We are just waiting on them to start. But one of them said they needed a minute. So, the best laid plans of mice and men. Oh, they're asleep. I have no idea. They haven't told me what they are. They're just picking their maps. That doesn't matter. All right. Dang it, Galen. No. Oh. There's 7 maps to choose from. They're only going to play at most 3, so they each veto out the other 4, alternating. So that way they don't have, like, 7 maps, you each pick 2 that you don't want to play, and then you each get to pick 1, and then there's the leftover map. Oh. Alright, I guess I'm making the map. Alright. Let's see here. Nightshade. Ooh, okay. Oh, rename the game. Get the scoreboard all set up. The lobby is made. Now we just wait for the players. I think between these two, I expect it to be a good time. All right. Ready, ready. Go, go. All right, come on. Wait on that last player to say we're ready to go, and then we can swing right on into our first series. All right, here we go, guys. We're getting into game number 1 of our first series of the day. Let's go. Spawning here at top left, guys. Had that a bit higher for Tekken. All right, guys. Top left, we've got Galen. Top right, we've got Vyncke. All right, so he's got 2 Protosses. Assuming he wins this series, he's got another Protoss to face. We're definitely going to see some stim bio here. Our boy Vyncke loves, he doesn't necessarily commit to the full deep 6, you know, but he's gonna, you know, 2, 3, 4 racks stim timing for sure in one of his series. He does it every month, and I love it because it's always just a fun game to watch because it never happens, and for some reason it always works. So, the neat thing about like a bracket that's seeded at time of start is that you don't know who you're against, right? You just show up and it's like, oh, this is who I got. So, you don't really have time to prepare. It's not like IPSL where you have time. You know your opponent ahead of time. You're like, oh, I'll be playing this one person in 2 weeks. So I have time to look at the replays, learn their style. You just kind of have to show up and accept what you get. So Galen might not have any idea that Vyncke enjoys a good stim timing or some crazy, you know, stim pushes. So he might just get run over by it. Yakub should know. I feel like Yakub has lost to it enough times to expect it at some point, you know? All right, we're making our little pocket here, although I'm not, this doesn't feel right. I feel like this is, I guess that's right. The depot's just up kind of high. I'm not sure if the Marine can fit here. I don't think it can. So I think you can only go back and forth like here. Factory before Marine. That's nice and greedy. Keeping 2 on. All right. Just 1 on gas. But we didn't skip Zealot. We're going straight into Goon. Both players playing super greedy to start off our series. And I mean, who doesn't love a good greedy play? The Marine will still be out in time to block any sort of scouting that might happen. They're going to last scout each other. That's actually kind of impressive. Huh. All right. We're gonna start the series off right. God, that's crazy. We're gonna go straight into DTs. Like, if Vyncke gets up this ramp, game's over. But he's not gonna. Nope. So he will see the Nexus go down because you had that last second of vision. So he has a good idea what's going on. Probe gets run down by the Vulture and the Marine. Now this can, like I said, end very poorly for our boy. If he goes mines first and plays defensive, he's got a chance. If he does what you would normally do, where you mine up, you know, you come over and you drop a mine here at the 3rd base, you drop a mine over here, other 3rd base, you know, then he's kind of dead. I'm hoping for my boy. I would hate for my boy to, like, you know, no biases here, right? If Protoss wins, Protoss, well, he's winning with DTs. Does it really count as a victory? I guess that's the question we really need to be asking ourselves. Does victory by DT really count as a victory? And if there's any Terran players in chat, they're going to say no. Guaranteed. I mean, as a Zerg player, I definitely don't think it is. Shut up, Fire Tip. Oh, he's going DT drops. Interesting. I clicked on this. It definitely said Robo down here, but I didn't even read. I was just like, oh yeah, it's a Temple Archives. So it's DT drops. Neat. I thought this gateway was a bit late for this to be the Temple Archives. All right. Von Klopson, born at night, but not last night. Being denied all scouting info, it's always best to take the safest route. In this scenario, it will reward him kindly. Oh, he still won't have turrets, so in the main, it's still going to be rough. The shuttle can absolutely just fly right over and go into the main, and that's going to be a bad time. There's also a world where you drop like right here and run into the mineral line and drag this mine with you without even thinking, right? Or you drop like right here and it's just enough to grab the mine. Yeah. Also, one mine doesn't kill DT, so it doesn't actually matter. I just want a big mine drag on all the SCVs. That's all I want. Come on. Dude, this DT's racking up the damage. It's a lot of lost mining time. Alright, well, that's one mine drag. Guys, this just... He actually is going to lose to this. Oh, no. Chat, not like this. He's got 3 SCVs mining right now. That's GG. I don't care what you think. This is as GG as it comes. Look at all the boys. They're all unemployed. God, yeah, we need... Galen's build order needs to just kind of go off the rails for about 4 minutes for us to catch up here. You know, there's no reason not to just make 2 more DTs after this and just send them in. You've already gotten so much damage done that there's no real good follow-up for Vyncke at this point. You just send in another DT, maybe pull some mines into the SCVs. You just delay more mining because he's panic laying mines. His eBay is so far behind. You just commit. Commit to the bit, you know? Alright, we are going Arby's. Galen thinks he's got the meat, so he's going Arby's. Oh, guys, as the chat reminds you, you can get 10% off if you want to order some merch for the holiday season, guys. Nothing makes Christmas better than a good hoodie. So use the code PLATINUM10. You can get 10% off. We got shirts, hoodies, beanies, you name it, we've probably got it. It's all high quality merch prints. Actually, a lot of the IPSL stuff is stitched, not even printed. Well, no academy, so guess we'll just go home. Yeah, down here we've run into these goons. You can't go out with just one SCV, man. What are you doing? Oh, no. No, 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 no. No. Oh, that was surprisingly okay. That was surprisingly okay. Whew. Alright, we are very light on probes. Like, for the fact that we had all the time in the world to make as many probes as we wanted, we kind of just didn't. And this is one of the things I was mentioning, right? When I said, you know, Galen's build really needs to kind of go off the rails here for a little bit, so that way Vyncke can have a chance. This is exactly it. Not making workers is a great way to throw your build right into the tank. Not literally, not these tanks. Vyncke's SCV count isn't exactly great either, but with all the damage he took, his worker count should be a lot lower. Only 30 supply down. Like, the game doesn't need to be as close as it is for how much damage Galen got done early. I think that's the simple answer here. Yeah. You know, what it could be or... Oh, no. Oh, no. Landing sequence aborted. No. Oh, when it rains, it pours. It just as we're hyping up our boy because it's not as bad as you might think, it gets worse. one of those YouTuber modes like, but it gets worse. Oh no. Oh no, it gets so much worse. Oh. Oh, our scan ran out. Yeah, this is GG. I mean, you can't be not mining for like 2 minutes straight and have a good game. At the end of the day, it was always doomed because he just lost so much mining time. Alright, drop some zealots to clear the mines. Oh! Tank doesn't know what to do, it's scared. That's a bold CC to try and take. We drop out one nearly dead zealot. You better lift that thing away. Alright, I don't think Protoss can break Vyncke in here. Not for a while. We're going to need shuttles and a lot of stasis if we want to actually break into this natural. We've taken the high ground. You need to just shuttle bomb. You get a great stasis here and catch like that. And then you'll have plenty of time to actually push in here. He's going to try it though. Maybe. You are playing Protoss. You can do whatever your heart desires. +1 on Dragoons. Yeah. This is kind of what I meant, though. You really needed that stasis. Look how wasteful this is. The mines. The mines are actually going to save the day here. Oh, well, maybe not. Scan runs out. That's only 5 goons, most of which are nearly dead. But still. This isn't good. Alright, bro. Bro, please. Oh, scan runs out. Behind this, look at this. We are up 100 supply. Oh, he's just gonna YOLO the recall right in the middle. That's a get out of my game recall. Jeez. That's 100% a get out of my game recall. Protoss taking a map, DTs into recall, and let me call up Artosis and see what he thinks of that. Let's be honest here, Artosis probably would have lost to that too. Oh. All right, let's get the next map going. All right. 2-player map. This is where the spicy happens. Oh. Why you loafing, girl? Gotta snap some photos of the pups, of course, because they're being cute. All right, waiting on our players to say go, go. Man, the girls are cute. I gotta make some phone calls later. I had some really fun ideas for graphics that involve pups. I think I gotta jump on those at some point. But anyways, in the bottom right, guys, of Urban Jungle, we have Vyncke. And in the top left of the map that is most famous for me making the 69 joke here, give it up for Galen. And for the record, this was not intentional by our map maker Suri. I pointed this out once we started playing that, and he went, huh. And I always joke that he hates it. I don't think he actually cares that much. But I love making the joke that it's a 69 map. Oh shoot, ads are running. Oh, okay. I'll make that joke again in a minute. Alright. Oh, forward pylon. Let's see. Alright, it's a 10 gate, so it's nothing too fancy. But we are going to see some zealots. Probably a gas steal. Oh. Mr. Probe. Alright, Probe will come on up here. Yeah, we take the early gas to avoid the gas steal. Smart. Alright, chat. Sorry about the ads. Did not realize they were going to run. But we have 69 on this map. That is the defining feature of this map, if anyone asks. The map is very nice. But we had a forward 10 gate. Nothing too fancy. He's really trying to skip Marine again. Like, I think Marine before Factory in a game like this is acceptable. Personally, but... You know the Zealot's coming, brother. Like, you know it's coming. Oh, that was cheeky. That probe gets all those hits on him. Oh, factory delay too. Fuck yeah, we gotta pull a boy for this. Oh no, he gets stuck on the SCV! Betrayed! Betrayed by his own brothers. I can't believe it. Again! No! Alright, this is getting really bad for Vyncke. The factory will finally come up here. Friggin' 4-minute factory timing. Yeah, he just has to run the boy. Run, Marine, run. Alright, we're gonna pull some of the boys into the fight finally. Final clear them up just in time for the Dragoon to show up. Range is cooking. Nexus just started. But I have a feeling we're going to want to start the CC here, and excluding any possible delays, it's not entirely the worst timing. Like, in terms of comparison, right? Yeah, obviously this is late. No one wants their CC this late. But, I mean, if we can avoid too... Oh, he's just going to cancel it? That's unfortunate. Alright, now it's much worse. Like, I get canceling it, but boy does that suck. Alright. 2 goons. Oh, we get one of the vultures. Alright, what's the plan? This is finally coming online. I'm gonna get a robo. No invisible men this time. Just regular old visible men, most likely. We got very quick turrets this game. Like, no, we're not doing that crap again. But at this point, we still don't even have our natural. This is a very shaky game from Von Klopson. Very shaky series. Very unfortunate for our boy. Like, I've seen him play a lot better against many other Protosses, so I'm wondering, maybe it's just not his day, you know? Everyone's allowed to have an off day. Alright. Setting up to take our third base here. Another factory coming on up. Whoop. Goon dives in to see what's up. Takes a tank shot for it. Alright, third Nexus is down. Alright, we got our little pylon wall here to make sure vultures can't get in and kill our probies. Yeah, we're not gonna make it very far. Oh, buddy, you're the hurt one. Come on back. You can tell about Klopson after game 1's like, I'm not dying to nothing stupid again. He's definitely playing a very defensive game, especially when we open with the zealot pressure. He's definitely playing it safe. Alright, there's our Citadel, so we're going to get our Zealot legs. Alright, we're going up to 4 fact here. Observer's going to come in, just check out what's going on. Like, anything fun or exciting? Not really, it's just factories. And +1 spinning. Alright, big. Oh. Little probe transfer, I guess. It's a very minor probe transfer. Just a couple of them. Oh. Alright, chat gets it. We want Von Klopson to win. Chat gets it. Really, we just want a game 3 here. That's what we really want between these two. It'll be a lot of fun. Oh, that's a silly spot for a tank. Yeah, that's, I don't like that at all. Whoop. That vulture went the wrong way. Whoa. We gotta mind pull into some workers at least, finally. Yeah, forget the rest of them. These are the guys that are gonna do a lot of damage. This brings you back into a series right here. Oh, Zealot, man, come on. You know you want to, Zealot. Come on. Oh, oh. Ah, there it is. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. Yeah. We love a good mind drag around here. Alright, looks like we're going to try and go Arby's again, but it's going to hurt a lot more after that. Vulture's going to rock up on here before the cannons are done. Alright. Meanwhile, we do have our third CC ready to land. We don't really have any army to support it because we keep throwing away our vultures, but I will say, if nothing else, he has mostly evened up the game with those vulture run-bys. Definitely giving himself a lot of space to play with how defensive he's been to begin with. His CC will land at a pretty good time, actually, if he's able to get it down soon. I'm just still not convinced he has enough to actually take it. There's not a lot to stop Galen from just coming in here and cracking this position. Yeah, we don't have any mines. And this is something a lot of Terrans run into. Like, I do mean a lot. At the pro level, it happens. You can see this happen in ASL. The pros will run all their vultures in, like, oh, wow, look at all those probe kills. And then they have no mines at home, and they just get rolled over. Or they have no mines for the big fight, and they just get rolled over. It happens a lot. And it's very hard because you look at that, and you're like, holy crap, he killed so many probes. And especially because Galen isn't really remaking them, or is very slow to. You know, like on paper, you're like, holy crap, that's incredible. What would happen? Like, all 6 vultures run out, right? What would happen if just, 12 or 14 zealots ran in here? We just lose. Like, if 14 zealots ran in right now, the game's over. And that's what I mean, is one of the biggest problems that Terran players run into is you throw away all your vultures. It's a very breakable position. Luckily, we don't really have a whole lot of zealots. For whatever reason. I don't know why we skipped on them, but if nothing else, it looks like Von Klopson will at least hold on to this third for a while. I would like to see him hold on to some vultures, though. Like, we want to get some more mines down, especially up here. We're going to want to get, a good screen of 1 to 2 control groups of vultures to run in and stop everything from getting on top of the tanks. Because what happens when you run in 2 zealots, all these mines are gone, and then you just walk all your goons on top of the tanks, right? That's the other thing the vultures are really good at. You just run the vultures right here, and the goons are stuck trying to get over the vultures, and the tanks just delete them. Alright, that should be a big, uh-oh sign. There's a goon wandering in. You should definitely be concerned. How you doing today, Tutor? Yeah, we're setting up for that right side push. We're gonna get more turrets here. Here we go. The Arbiter's actually gonna get destroyed by these turrets. We only have 2 tanks really in the fight. Well, 3. But, I mean, the line goes deep, but there's just not enough fighting. Yeah, we're able to force at least the SCV pull, if not anything else at this point. Oh, Marine dies to friendly fire. Yeah, the Goons are in a great spot here because there's no tank coverage. Yeah. Tater, any day we have StarCraft is a good day. Alright. A few Goons will get away. We still have a pretty decent setup. This area is kind of open, but it's not really... This area in general isn't the best place to push. All your pushing is going to come from these 2 angles, so this is kind of where you want your tanks. Ugh. We bled out a lot of tanks there to clean up the mines. All right, it looks like Vyncke's macro muscle is really starting to stretch. He's going to get his science facilities. He's got more tanks and mines coming out. He is going to start rebuilding this area. Like I said, would love to see a depot or something. Get a little bit of barrier to entry. Oh. Grab the probe. Nice. And mined. Alright, looks like we might try and push up this side, which isn't great. You push me right into the rally, so you're always at a natural disadvantage, because it'll just be a bunch of crap here. But at the same time, pushing into here just sucks. Protoss is just going to take more of the base, more of the map. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Protoss is going to take the whole map while Terran sits back on 3 bases. He's making a really aesthetically pleasing wall, though. Depot turret, depot turret. This depot kind of sucks. I don't like where it's at. Needs to bring it in a little bit, you know. And then we could have done like depot here, turret, you know. It's aesthetically pleasing. And as everyone very well knows, the most important thing in StarCraft is that your base is aesthetically pleasing. As long as you got that. Alright, checks up here like, huh, there's no base. Weird. I'm surprised he doesn't have a vessel here. This is where you're going to want to drop the EMP. I guess he has hope in the turrets. Nope. Lol. This is why you never believe in the turrets. It's kind of a bad recall, though. The turrets did their job in one factor of forcing out bad recalls as opposed to just letting it go through. But yeah, turrets do not stop recalls. Turrets, in fact, encourage recalls. All in all, though, that that recall did not get like anything done. All right, chat. Do you think we have enough turrets over here? What do we think? The 3, 6, 7, 8. That'll deter an observer, I'm sure. We need to crack something soon. Like, At minimum, we need this, you know? Although, to be honest, there's absolutely a world where you push up here, take this, crack this. Because then your army continues in just one straight line up the map. We're fighting high ground. We're losing all our vultures to this. This is gonna be a really weird fight. I don't like it. Oh, solid EMP there, though. The Zealots are on top of tanks. That's literally exactly what you don't want. Everything forward gets wiped out. Once the rest of the Terran army shows up, though, like, both players are just kind of like rallying in a little bit here and there. I think it is better for the Terran, though, in the long run. Never mind. It's not sold yet. This fight ain't over till it's over. Oh, your vessel, yeah, it's a bit forward. He overstayed his welcome here. He did not have enough to stay out there that long. And that puts Vyncke in a tragically bad spot. Main, empty. Natural, very low. Third, not hot. We're gonna try again. Really more out of desperation, I think. But the mines are so good. All right, a lot of Protoss goons coming here to reinforce. We're gonna try and go for the high ground. Vyncke really desperately needs the space to stay in this game. Like, if he has any hope of this game and series going on, and his run in the tournament going on, he absolutely needs this base. I mean, these are 3/3 tanks against +2 goons. Oh. How have these fights been anywhere near as good as they've been? Wait, what? That's actually incredibly nuts that Vyncke's taking such bad fights. Alright. Protoss is gonna try collapsing on all of this from a massive arc. Blue crystalled. Blue crystal. Alright, we're bringing more tanks to the front. It looks like he won't break this. He won't break the rally. But there's not much we can do about the third base for a minute. Alright, we're gonna try. We're gonna push out here like we can do something. Which is maybe a bit bold, but alright, we gotta clip this and put some Eurobeat over it and get some like flashy neon. Yeah, that observer did not last long. Called it. Alright, we have secured that position. We're just targeting down the turrets. That's just rude. Your arbiters really mean that much to you? Alright, this is a bit hopeful. Alright. The trail of SCVs. Oh! Oh! Guess who made it? This is a lot of damage. Oh! We almost got another mine pull. Not nearly as great because all the workers were already dead, but any mine pull is a good mine pull, you know? Oh, dang it. Galen's smart. I love when they run the Zealot towards the probe and mine just gets dragged right into the probe. It's like, whoops. Alright, he's building another command center. He's going to actually try and land this. The man's crazy. Alright, we got some Zealots running in here. A little baby recall. A little baby recall. You know? Oh, nice. We get the Arbiter, but oh my god, it is still dancing! I mean, it's not going to be dancing for long because this game is... Cracking this position means the game is over. Like, I don't care how much copium you want to smoke. I love me some Vodklopson too, but unfortunately, the end of this base is the end of this game. Whether he GG's or not, well, remains to be seen. How do you think this tank ended up in this spot to begin with? Oh, he dematrixed the observer! No! 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 That's such a small target, too. How? Alright, well, cat's out of the bag. We know about top right. We officially have 0 mining. We have 2 SCVs mining. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. We don't own this anymore. I mean, I don't think there's physically no way to be cost effective enough to win from here. Ooh. Oh, this is actually. Oh no, Vodklopson, no. Well, it's fine because the tank stopped shooting. But we were pulling the SCV. We were just clumping the SCVs in tank siege damage range, like splash damage, and we lost all of our SCVs basically. A couple of carriers have finally made their way out here. We have 4 Stargate production. We've been a bit busy realizing the game was over to notice that the game was that over. To be fair, carriers at the Galen could go mass scouts. I'm pretty sure that he would still have like a 80+% chance of winning this game. So you just fly in here with 10 scouts down the mineral line and then just leave? Are you kidding? That would be so incredibly based. Yes. Here in the wild, we have what you might find as a pack of roving tanks looking for a hunt. They found their prey, a mighty dragoon, and they have taken it down with ease. However, the natural predator of a tank club, the zealot, has arrived. Alright, yeah, and then the apex predator, the carrier, has also arrived. Nothing is able to stand against. GG, well played. Von Klopsen taps out, and Galen's gonna take the series 2-0. GG's. Big salutes to our boy. He tried. Our boy deserves better. All right, now I guess we got Yuku versus Galen. PvP. We were so close to greatness. All right. Well, let's get things set up. So 5, 7. Uh. All right. Looks like the other semi's cooking along. Perfect. Oh, she's having a dream. You can't really tell, but her stomach was just kind of go whoop, whoop, because she yips in her sleep. She just kind of goes, whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, that woke them both up. Hi, girls. I'm sorry, did I wake you up? Jinx is like, nah, I'm going back to sleep. I don't care that much. All right, our players are doing bans right now, so we got a quick second. Which means I have a quick second to tell you about something very near and dear and important to me. All right, All right, guys. Something that's near and dear to my heart. Merch. Guys, do you see this hoodie, this polo I'm wearing right now? This one right here. Guys, if you're a sub, you get 10% off. If you use the code Platinum10, which is in your chat, right over here somewhere on your screen, probably, you get 10% off. Do they stack? Who knows? You can find out, though, real quick. I think the CSL merch is great. I actually have the koozies. I love the koozies. Unironically, love them. But what I'm really excited for, guys, you know, if you hang around, you know the International Platinum Star League has been going strong. And it'll be back tomorrow with the monthly. Guys, our regular monthly tournament that we do, the open bracket, that is tomorrow. So if you've really been enjoying the tournament like I have and like it seems a lot of people have, you can get these, you know, a polo for that. This is all stitched. This is not an iron-on. This is actually stitched through the shirt. This ain't going nowhere. That ain't going nowhere. All right? So absolutely pick up some merch. Oh, duh. Get the beanie. Guys, it's wintertime. Get the beanie out. Get the tall toque, as the Canadians might say. Since we are about to cast Yakub and he is Canadian, you got to get them toques out, guys. Or you can just throw money at your screen. You know, if you enjoy what we're doing here, you can support on Patreon or Ko-Fi. They are the same thing, essentially. Or you can give the tips if you want to get your funny dono in, you know. You can do all of that here. Or you can do it through our website where we get a little bit better a cut. Or, guys, do you like Razer? Well, you can buy. You can upgrade your stuff. You know, maybe it's time. It is, you know, Cyber Weekend deals. There is some bunch of discounts. So, I don't know all of them. You can just scroll through here, guys. You need a controller. You need a new mouse. You know, 33% off a laptop. That's not bad. 20% off a keyboard. Bunch off here of this chair. Nice. Treat yourself. It's that time of year. Treat someone you love or care about or hate. Use our affiliate link, guys, and we get a bit of a cutback, you know? It helps support the tournament. It helps keep everything going. Keeps the lights on. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, all of that helps keep the lights on, helps keep us going. So it's always appreciated. And with that, we actually have a game. Let's go ahead and get right on into it, guys. Get the lobby set up here. What the heck? There we go. All right, guys, we are getting into our game here. Yakub versus Galen. Best of 5 semifinal. And by the way, if you think that I'm just shilling merch, I do have my own Razer keyboard. I've got the super flat here. I love this thing. Unironically think this is a great keyboard. Don't ask me why I use the low profile switches. It's just kind of a habit I got into, and I've stuck with it. But anyways, how about some StarCraft? Bottom right, guys. Blue probes, give it up for Galen. Bottom left, guys. It's Yakub. All right. So PvP, I would expect 1-gate goons is, you know, the more standard macro-y way to play. But you never know. Someone might throw in a 10-12 here, try and win with Zealots early on. Get some crazy damage done or something. So we'll see. I am curious because if someone plays like a 10-12 or something, that's a very stylistic thing to do these days because it's not very good. So it really tells you that someone's a much more aggressive player. And that's interesting, you know? Kind of sets the tone for the series, right? Yakub hasn't put anything down yet. He's not. Alright, you know, I talk about tone setters, right? You know, like, oh, you know, aggressive versus standard. What about greedy? Guys, we're gonna 12 Nexus in a PvP. Close spawns. Oh, baby. Come on, hit the button. Yo! Oh my god, and it's against the 10-12. Alright, I'm not saying Yakub is cooked, but this is probably the worst option. This is probably the worst that it's gonna get. A cross scout? Alright, so the question is, do we go down or right from here? I am curious. Alright, we're doing the 2-gate follow-up here. Oh, the probe's gonna come up and give it away. He's gonna give it away now. No, it doesn't. Oh! You're gonna last scout a near nexus first? Oh, no. Oh, no, chat. The Zealot should go here, instinctively, right? Like, yeah. You just send the probes down to the side you haven't scouted yet. Or the Zealots, I mean. That means the group's about to have 3 Zealots in his face, and he has no idea this is coming. We should see him drop a battery out of panic, I assume. We go, oh no. Oh, I don't like that at all. Galen gets here and goes, wait, what the hell? Alright, we're gonna fight here. We have 3 Zealots and we're bringing our probes into the fight. Beautiful drill, holy crap. This is a ladder ape right here. You know, when Artosis said apes can play, this is who he meant, is people who play PvP like this. Look at this. This man 12 nexes often in PvP, and it shows. He had the perfect response. Like, what? Never mind, guys. Sometimes. So I might play Zerg like an ape. But a Zerg ape is nothing compared to the Protoss apery. And so I might not be able to keep up with all the crazy things that our boy's going to do here. Incredible huddle. Alright, we're going to fight it out in the mineral patch. Got him. Alright. Now, Goons should win against Zealots. Except when we do something like this. Then they're destined to lose. Oh, that was a free Dragoon right there. He's just beelining it for the main. You need to sacrifice this Zealot to stop the progress. Just tell that one to start attacking so they stop on it. Alright, we dropped 2 cannons. So we want Forge instead of Robo. Like that. At this point, you want Nexus first, and you're causing a disruption to his economy. Like, that is a big W. Robo coming on up here. And Yakub is feeling good. This is about as good as it could be for Yakub. Oh, a leg. Actually, no, this is as good as it could be. You go Nexus first versus a 10-12. You hold, and then you go across the map and kill a couple probes. Like, hello? That is as good as it gets. Meanwhile, the plan is just make Goons, get upgrades. Playing around 3 cannons defensively plus 4 Goons is, you're not breaking that. Don't try. Goon range should finish up soon. The thing is, once Goon range is done, you're going to push in here. You're going to have to either fight the cannons or you're going to sit back and try and snipe the cannons, and the Goons will just come out and pop you. Ooh, free Goon. Love that. What are we going to do up here? Robo Bay. Yeah, the worker count definitely favors Yakub, though. Really, that's what matters at this point, is that worker count. Because you're playing with the same tools. You have defender's advantage. Having the bigger eco means you're going to, look at this, going up to 5 gates here real quick. He doesn't have any Robotech yet, which is kind of surprising. But he will have a very quick +1, comparatively. I've seen many games won and lost on +1. Also, we have a sick 33 viewers. Max Verstappen fans, anyone? Alright, defensive cannon coming up here. We have our first slug. Ooh, look at him. Look at him crawl his way forward. The observer is vibing in the back. Like, ooh, yep, they're mining. That's for sure. All right, here comes the fun. Oh, we're actually going to push out here. We have a lot of Dragoons. All right. Oh, 5 kills. 9 kills. Oh, that's cute. This is still a lot of Dragoons to deal with. And they have +1. We're gonna run the Reaper home. Hope for a fight. Alright, we do have to respect the slug. Although he's going really forward with it. You could jump on this. You should jump on this. They're both setting up for third bases. Yakub actually dropping his as opposed to Galen, who is getting a pylon. Yeah, look at that. He just wants it. Munch, 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 munch. The hungry, hungry Protoss. Ooh. All right, yeah, we can't go that deep. That's still a heck of a choke here. Well, at this point, we have better production. Ooh. Hello, Mr. Dragoon. Where are you going, bud? Oh, he's just gifting that to you. Yeah. Forget the fight. That's so worth it. Also, this is why it's very important when you're playing to click on your opponent's units. I feel like if Galen realized that +1 was there, he wouldn't be doing this. Because there's no way you should be doing this if you know that your opponent has +1. More goons coming out. Third base getting saturated. The poor cannon, it just wants to defend. Right, we're going to try again for another breakout here, but we don't have a Reaver. We have less goons. There's just no way. Yeah. Down in upgrades. Yeah, now it's game. Now you can push in Yakub and just floor him. Clicking the Nexus isn't the choice I would make, but sure. You most certainly could try that. GG's. Like, clicking the Nexus, questionable decision, but all right. 1-0 in a best of 5. Remember, it's a best of 5. Anything can happen. Bad scout on a very well defended 12 Nexus. Next game, you know, maybe he's not so lucky. Maybe you just run right through him. All right. Let's get map number 2. All right, let's get this going. What is it? Radiance, another 4-player map. Does Galen just 12 next year? Maybe. That would be pretty hot. All right, guys, here we go. Game number 2. Galen versus Yakub on Radiant. Let's go. Spawning here in the top left-hand side, guys. With the blue probes. Give it up for Galen. Down a point. Bottom right. Cross spawn. Does he try it again? It's Yakub. I feel like Galen's got a 12 next this game. You got to assert dominance, right? You got to be like, no. Anyone can do that. Let's see. All right. No forward pylons or nothing. We're not going building gates that are natural or nothing. Nothing too crazy. Not that it won't be crazy, but nothing too crazy yet. Let's see. No, not going to be a 12 next. Not going to be a 12 next. Dang it. You know, we had a bit of hope. All right, but it is still cross spawn, so we're gonna get into a pretty late game here as it goes. Double gate from Yakub. All right. He's going to put on the pressure. We'll see how that goes for him. Being cross spawn, I don't see it going very well. If you want my incredible insight, I don't see it going well. Alright, Zealot will get out here, but you can't block this ramp with just one Zealot. Nope. Alright. Mr. Probe makes it in. Gonna get all the info he wants. Yeah, we should make it in up here too. Yeet. Alright, so the plan from Galen is to go 2 gates to match. But you're the defender, I don't think you need to. I mean, I guess we'll see. Alright. You're just gonna roll on through here. I mean, 1 Zealot, 1 Goon is enough to hold this. If you have the micro for it, of course. Which, at this level, I think they do. Alright, second Goon pops. It's definitely definitely good for Galen. Alright. Well, we've killed the Zealot. Hello? Hello? Galen, you need to micro. Ground control to major take Galen. Oh. Oh, we get it with a good drill. Yeah, I mean, you can't always do it right, you know? That's a little unfortunate. But I mean, he set up to go 3-gate goon. We are cross map. I think that 3-gate goon is going to be very good here. Especially because at this point, Yakub's just committing to 2-gate goon. Maybe considering an expansion. He's banking up a lot of money. Yeah, he's going to expand. I feel like, oh no, he just spent it all. I guess he's just queuing up units. Then we got to go for a robo. If we're not going to expand, we got to go for something. Huh? Huh? Alright, there's the robo. The problem is 3-gate goon beats 2-gate goon. Because 3 is greater than 2. Reaver's miles away. Reaver's a solid, like, you know, 3 counties down. It's not going to be here in time. Alright, we do have the AI pylon. Defender's advantage is tough, so we got to wait for at least 1 more round of goons. Maybe 2. Killing the pylon probably going to be our best bet to start this. Galen just needs to not throw here. As long as he doesn't do anything too stupid, it should be fine. Alright, he's just clicking down Dragoons. I like that. Yeah, that's really good. Very good target fire. And now we just stand back and cancel the Nexus. I like this. Oh. Coop's going to come back down the ramp and try and fight. More goons are going to arrive. Our goon control is kind of whack. Still even goon count. Oh, we want observatory? Oh, brother. Alright, the sacrificial probe goes in there. We do need to get all of our goons fighting. Oh, we've lost the potential to one-shot. But we still have more, so, like, does it really matter? I like this, getting in front of the ramp, stopping them from getting up the ramp, and getting up the ramp ourselves. This is great here. Alright, we're going to drill through this, it looks like. Oh, good draw back there from Galen. Yeah, Yakub was ready for the drill. And now he's just to hammer away at the Nexus again. Bad probe. Yeah, this is bad news bears. We're going up to 4 gates. You can't really afford 4-gate goon on 1 base. Galen just content with the amount of probes he's got. We're just gonna keep making goons until we win. And that's a mentality we can all live with. Just keep gooning. You heard it here first, folks. That is the Protoss strategy. These goons made it up the ramp and killed 2 goons before these guys on the low ground could kill 1. Alright. And we don't really have a whole lot here. It's 3 goons, but like we're killing probes. These probes are pulled off the line, obviously. Yakub has a lot of probes, though, all things considered. Very good macro. Yeah, we need to settle for our win. We need to regroup a little. Like, we need to sit down here and get a rally or 2 together. Like, all these guys, they need to come join the fight. Whatever's coming out of these need to join the fight. Then we can have a chance again of breaking them. But we need to... You can't just kind of piecemeal your army in at this point. He's going to go DTs. He's going DTs. If he can survive just long enough, he might get something out of this. Now, it kind of sucks because Galen just dropped the Robo. But there is absolutely a world where this works. And that's kind of crazy. Ooh. Are we going to commit? Alright, we're going to kill another goon. Pick off more probes. I appreciate the Zealot's just there to take hits right now. It's so inefficient, but we're really trying. We gotta drill our own Dragoon there. Okay, Invisible Man's out. Timer's on. Defensive DTs. Alright, or the observatory starts. Alright, we're going for a good old-fashioned YOLO. Ooh, that was a little too crazy even for me. A little too YOLO, maybe. Alright. Observer should pop anytime now. Probably just as the DT gets in. I mean, yeah, the game's over. Because this should just die. Hello, observer? Hello? There it is. Alright. They'll deal with that. Yeah, I think this is definitely still advantage Galen. However, this DT is running circles. So come on, get him, boys. Yakub's gonna throw down another Nexus. Alright, we just gotta grab everything and go. We have an observer now, so DT's not scary. Look at this. His cape isn't even flowing in the wind when he's standing still. Is he even cool? Yeah, I guess we just commit to more goon. We do need to expand at some point, make some more workers, but... Nice, observer snipe, which means we can get the DT for free. Oh, I guess not free. He's going to take a goon with him. So if I'm dying, you're coming with me, shonk. Both players getting dangerously low in their mains. Galen has a little bit longer because he just has had lower saturation. So it is a little bit better for Galen right now, but once these right here now as the natural comes online, Coop's gonna get a huge breath of fresh air. And I think his window to crack him is just kind of running out. He never really transferred out of this. Like, he didn't transition into anything else, right? He got the Robo, hasn't got Reaper. He didn't go Tempo Archive, so he doesn't have Storm or Zealot Speed. He doesn't really have a transition point. He's going to go for a third base. That's a little crazy. Look how little his saturation is. Like, we are vacuuming up minerals here. And still absorbing plenty from Kieran than the main. But, like, this isn't even full saturation on either base. What's that? 12, 20 probes? That's low. That's, like, too low. You can't function on 20 probes. Not for long. Goob's got like 2 dozen, which isn't much better, but and with expanding, we really don't have any way of fighting back this push. We have 6 goons at home. We're gonna lose all our goons here. Guys, Galen had it and it's slipping through his fingers, guys. We're gonna pull a defeat from the jaws of victory. Huh. My mic was muted because I had to cough and never unmuted. Alright, guys. In the bottom left here, we have Galen. In the top left, we have Yakub. So I wonder what we're going to get, right? Game 3, we've had a 12 Nexus. We've had the Zealot pressure. I genuinely have no idea what we're going to get here. I'm kind of curious. So far, nothing fancy. This kind of suggests that you're going to go 1 gate gas. This gateway positioning. You don't normally put your 2 gates over here, but he just wants to prove me wrong. And he's going to 10-12. All right, bring back the Zealots. There's the second pylon here, so... yeah, we're going to see our gas taken, our cyber core come up here. Shoes on the other foot this time. Last time it was Yakub 2-gating. This time it's Galen. Who knows? Plenty of potential for some bangers to come out of this. Probe comes in, gets the Grand Tour, and he's gonna get told to leave. Like, sir, this isn't a Wendy's. Please leave. Alright, Zealot just coming out. We went 2 Zealot. Interesting. Yakub taking this as seriously as he can. I think I would rather seen 1 Zealot, 1 Goon. Because Goons are kind of good and they will just beat everything. You know? But I guess it's 3 Zealots versus 3 Zealots and a Probe. Probe makes a huge difference here. Unironically true, though. Yeah, look at all that. Look at the damage the Probe laid on there. Look at the micro on both sides. Oh, that Zealot got a little damaged. But it's fine, because we have 2 more Zealots here. Alright, this guy's on a smoke break, but it's fine. We do have him here at least. Right, more gates have gone down. Alright, smoke break's over, bud. Get back to work. We have a Citadel here. I feel like we wanted to go DTs, but yeah, we're not gonna be allowed to. Goon pops on the side. That is so good for Yakub. Alright, we're getting really good economic damage done now. All these probes we pulled off the line. Ripped apart. Alright, behind this, we've got our 2 gates. We're still sending Zealots. He's trying to get 1 more kill. We have a couple of injured probes, but next Zealot shows up just in time. They caused some chaos. Buddy's here. But I mean, now we're transitioning into 3-gate Goon. Oh, what an incredible drill. Alright, we're going to drop our own 3rd gateway because 3-gate Goon is just the flavor of the month, it seems. Alright. And once again, Yakub is just king of making probes, man. Like, it's kind of incredible, honestly. But I think he just has more here. He has 7 units versus the 6 here. The Zealots with leg enhancements are kind of nuts at this point in the game. There's no answer this early for it. Like, look at this. You're trying to micro around it, but they're just so quick that by the time you go to fire a shot, they're on top of you. We split one off here into the mineral line. Oh, he could get it. Ah! Oh, look at that. Double kill. Triple kill. Alright, on the back of this, natural, almost done. Actually, for both players, they're actually really well timed against each other. We have some cannons here. We did take a fair bit of probe damage there, which isn't great when our probe count's already been lackluster. The thing is, right, if Yakub and Galen each killed the same amount of probes on each other's side, it's worse for Galen because he just has less probes. So, still not loving it. I also think in the longer macro games, because of Yakub's macro muscle, he is more favored. So, not feeling it for my boy yet. We'll see. We'll see what Galen can bring out. He's in a decent spot at this point, though. Like, supply favors Yakub, but that's all workers, which in a few minutes will be very bad for him. But for now, playable. Alright. What's the plan here? No Robo Bay or nothing. There it is. Alright, so Reavers gonna be the name of the game, as per normal. We're gonna clear up the eggs so our goons have more space to goon. Very polite. Poor egg. Alright, you see that and you're like, yeah, he's expanded. Dang. Temple Archives coming on up here. I would love to see Storm play. Storm is naturally better than Reavers. It just is. It's really good. Don't let Protoss lie to you. Storm is really good. It looks like he wants to go DT drop, which I think is a little too fancy. Just go Storm here. You're fine. Alright. We have now decided that the other egg must go. It has lived in horror long enough to know that what was coming. He needs to send the observer into the main, though, I think. Because he's going to miss this if it's a D-tree drop. No, it is going to be Storm, though. He still needs to know about this. Because at any point, a DT could get thrown into the mix, you know? Alright, the highest of Templar, guys. He is smoked up and ready to go. Alright, but we've got our own slug. Ready to slug it out. Oh, don't get too close. Oh, we got too close. There's one zealot here being the hero scout. Alright, shuttle's going wide. So we're going to go for a bit of a run by here. There is a cannon. But if we stick along the top, we might be able to get in. Kind of like drop back here. The thing is, the cannon should be able to hit us if we're here, so. Oh, and also we just kind of fly over the Nexus. Like, wait a minute. Go, 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 go. Run! 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 Alright, that pulls him out of position. We're going to try and come up the ramp here. Alright, we see the high Templar, click a Templar. You know, then see something, say something. See a Templar, click a Templar. They cannot be allowed to be around. Alright, getting our own Templar archives. I guess it's going to go into a storm game. Getting our own third base as well. We're taking the linear one instead of the triangle one. So Galen could have taken this one to mirror what Yakuba's doing. But he's going to take the one that's further away. It makes it easier to defend. If it's out of the way, they're less likely to attack it. We do have a fairly good army here. Have we continued? Yes, we are continuing our upgrades. Perfect. We still don't have a forge here, do we? We do not. That's going to hurt so much. Because I have a feeling Galen's going to look this over and go, what went wrong? He's going to click on a goon and go, huh, +2. Because we're going to have +2 here soon. Oh, no, we went 1-1, actually. I think that's somehow so much worse. Alright. Oh, we catch the pro, but he thinks that's it. Oh, that's so good for Galen. So, Yakub saw the pro. Oh, what a storm. But we look in, we see that there's a probe going up. We kill the probe, and we go, ah, we denied the base. We did lose a shuttle with a Reaver in it, which is not great. But if we don't stand inside a storm, it's not too bad. Alright, we have our own storms. And an Archon, Blanc. And Galen's won the fight. Third base, a complete secret. Unfortunately, without the shuttles, he doesn't really have any way of pushing out. So there's not much he can do right now to counter, although I'd love to see him try at least. Like, you know this base exists. You can come over here, you know, send a zealot up here, check like, ooh, is there a base? While you rotate in here. You send your observer up here to see what the army rally looks like. I think that's probably the best play right now. You got to be careful. You don't want to get caught out. which is obviously why he's waiting for his shuttle. But with 3 storms and 2 reavers, you have a lot of power in this army. This is actually a good fighting force. Looks like an observer or something flew up in there, so he knows that's existing. Zealot's going to come down here and confirm this space. Ha! Psych! It did exist! Nerd. Alright, he's going to push in here. Going to actually get to the 4th. However, reverse. We'll blow everything up over here. We need to look back at our base. We canceled. I think we might have killed that. Alright, those reavers just live there now. Big storms on every side because no one's paying attention to their armies. Micro's overrated anyways. Defender's advantage is all that truly matters in this world. Get the Templar. Yeah. No, that probably was loaded. It might not have been. Yeah, there's only 1 kill on this guy, so it might have actually been. Alright, these guys are absolutely gaming now. When you fight like that, that tells you that these guys they're cooking. We're going to take the top right. Interesting. Alright, what do we do from here? We've taken so many good fights. We go back into shuttles? We'll see. Alright, we can't play passively. Yakub is just gonna, you know, Protoss all over the place and just keep taking bases. We can't really just let that happen. Oh. It was a bad day to be an observer. Archon was very upset with the observer, and the army comes in and is like, why did you kill our boy? We're actually going to fork ourselves here between the army and the reinforcements. Templars going down left, right, and center. Good storms on both sides. Alright, we need a couple more storms. The Templar have arrived. Oh, this is a big round of Templar, too. So this is basically useless. For Yakub here. Oh, we have so much storm energy on that guy. Alright, we're gonna make some Archons here. We're just rallying up everything we can. There's a bunch of stuff just kind of making its way up. But unfortunately, it is a little, too late. Oh, good storm drop. Would love to save it, but it does not seem like saving it is. Well, we're going to make an Archon. Oh, Mr. Templar. That man had a storm in him. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, the Archon's basically dead. It's going to just, yeah. Unfortunate for the boy. Talia's decided that she wants to get into casting, it sounds like. Alright, we do notice. Ooh. That could have been a little too dangerous. Alright, well. Now you know that base exists. You realize, oh, I am much further behind than I thought. Did you find anything to bark at, girl? No. Alright, we're gonna storm the units as they conga line in. Very good. Oh, another storm in the back line and goons. We have no splash of disarming for Galen. That's very bad. Oh. Only the goon makes it out. That was disaster. Unfortunate. GG's after an incredibly well-fought game. Unfortunately, it looks like Yakubi is going to take the 3-0. That did not feel like a 3-0, though. That really did not feel like a 3-0. It really felt a lot closer. All right, guys. That means our semis are done, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like Fire Tip beat CD Fire, which means we'll have Fire Tip versus Yakub in the finals. But before we do that, we're going to have Galen and CD Fire in the third place match. So, guys, we're going to take a quick break, get set up for that. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. are back. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get into the third place match between CD Fire and Galen. Looks like our players are ready. Guys, another PvP because I know how much you love PvP. So we're going to get right on into it, guys. Hope you're ready. This is going to be a good one, I think. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, don't. It's about to start. Top left, guys, we have Galen. Bottom right, we have CD Fire. All right, let's see what we're going to get out of these guys. Obviously, Yakub, a very good PvP player, it seems. Well, let's see if CD Fire is up for the test. Because Galen was making, Yakub sweat for a bit there. So if CD Fire is not up for the task, it could get messy. Let's see. 1 gate, 2 gate, red gate, blue gate. Who's gonna go for it? Or is everyone just gonna agree to a gentleman's game of 1 gate gas? One gate gas. Oh. Alright. CD Fire ruining the gentleman's agreement. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Alright. Probes pass each other. They give a little schmooch on the way through. Oh, go, you're in. You just gotta want it. Want it, he does, seems. But in the end, he's gonna get got. Alright, Zealots are trickling out. Normally when you do a build like this, you wait for 3 Zealots and you send all 3 at once. You really get the power of 3 Zealots versus 1 or 2. But he's going to trickle them out here, and that's actually going to lead to a lot. This one will get very hurt for sure. It might die. Probably won't, but it just might when it gets in here. But even then, taking just a bunch of free damage on it could be bad. Or taking so long to attack that we end up, the opponent's prepared and making goons. Oh, we were not on hold position here. Yeah, look at this. Beautiful defense here from Galen so far. Look at that micro. Look at it! Alright, we will lose the Zealot finally. It was inevitable. But we just traded out like 4 Zealots for 1. So, all in all, good day. We're still rallying Zealots across. There's now 2 goons out. just gonna dive on him. Maybe we shouldn't dive this hard. But I mean, we're up to 4 goons now. 3. Run, buddy, run. Yeah, CD Fire realizes this is getting nowhere. GG is called, and Galen takes game number 1. Like I said, not too shabby of a player. He just had the unfortunate luck of running into somebody who was a bit better than him at PvP. Right, Jinx? Oh. Yeah, you can't really see it, but Jinx's eyes, she has like the really pity ears that like they knife up as she's laying down. She doesn't always look pity, but from like certain angles, you look at her and you go, "Aw." The heck is this? I'm gonna grab a screenshot of that. That's funny. All right, waiting on our players to host up. Oh, of course, the moment I back out of searching. What the heck? All right, we're gonna just try again. When in doubt, beat your head against B-net until it works. Just tonk, tonk, tonk. Oh, Blizzard. All right, we are in. All right, guys, here we go. Game number 2, Galen versus CD Fire. Will he do it? Are we gonna bring home the bronze? Let's find out. Spawning in the top right, guys. We've got Galen. Bottom right, we've got CD Fire. Here's what game number 2 is going to give us. Any cheeses? No. Just normal gaming. Nothing too special. Nothing too fancy, it looks like. Our gamers are, in fact, just going to game it out. We'd love to see something crazy from them at some point, you know? I think both players have it in them to 9-9. Not saying they have to, but it would be hilarious. come in here. It is 2 gates versus 2 gates. It doesn't get any better than that. Oh, he's not, right? He can't, right? He wouldn't, right? He wouldn't. I would. Oh, go for the pylon. Oh! Oh, that caught 3 probes! Oh, I didn't think he was actually going to go for it. That's so sick. Well, we went for a gas steal. So it's not to say he won't do something stupid. Alright, he bounced the other workers out at least. Alright, both players are absolutely gaming on high. They're maximizing their gaming potential. Alright, unfortunately defender's advantage is good, but with 3 probes currently attacking a pylon, you know, you're in a good spot. Losing the gas is annoying, but you just gotta, you know, make some extra zealots, I guess. You'll be fine. All right. We got a bit of a soft contain going here. 4 zealots versus 4 zealots. Alright, we do come up here and we find the probe. Nothing cheeky happening up there. Although we definitely could have gotten down a pylon, a cannon, and a gateway to make something cheeky happen up there. We really wanted it. Yep, our zealots are in hold position. Run, boys, run! The problem is CD Fire's Zealot or Goon are so far away because he's just now getting his gas, right? Yeah, he's just gonna GG out. He has no options. That gas steal was nuts. GG's. When in doubt, take your opponent's gas. Protosses are really onto this. Yes, PvP is the only fair matchup because both players are apes. All right. Waiting on them to host up game number 3. All right, make sure you get your stretches in, chat. We've all been sitting here for a couple hours. Make sure you're stretching. Very important. Keeps you healthy. All right, guys. Game number 3. This is match point for Galen. Can he take it here? Or are we going to continue on this series? Let's find out. In the bottom right-hand side, guys, we have Galen. Bottom left, we have CD Fire. All right. I mean, match point. If I was going to do something stupid, it would be now. Unfortunately, CD Fire is not me, so he's going to do something more reasonable now. Which, you know, to each their own. You know? wonder what Galen's going to do. It would be hilarious to see him pull out a 12 Nexus here. He won't, but it would be hilarious. You know, then he just wins with it, and he gets to say, like, oh, you know, I lost to the 12 Nexus, and then I won with the 12 Nexus. Like, there's absolutely, like, a fun little story in that. Doesn't look like we're going to get anything too special here from both players. Oh, going to get them little zaps. Both players, one gate gassing. So we're going to be mirrored up for a little bit. The real divergence is when they go robo here. They can either go 1 gate robo, 2 gate robo. They could commit to 3 gate goon. Know how this is gonna favor. Like, so far Galen's looked better, but overall I still think CD Fire is a strong player, and if we get into a macro game, it can look very different than the games we've seen so far. Mr. Goon's out here. They're gonna get that probe. 3 gate goon here from CD Fire. This is where it gets spicy. This is 2 gate, probably into robo at some point. Or we just let this probe live, and he gets free scouting info for life. And normally when you see like a free scouting info for life, it's a scam. But for this probe, it's the reality. Look at this. Finally gonna start getting bullied. Oh, and he's gone. What? What? Why? Galen, what was that goon for? Why did we give him a free Dragoon? At least throw in the Zealot. The Zealot's a tanky boy. Zealots get found, and against 5 Dragoons, 2 Zealots will do nothing. Unfortunate, but true. Galen was thinking about expanding here, but he's going to have to slap down another gateway instead. He has his robo, but he doesn't really have enough to hold this. Yeah, he's just going to push right on. Yeah, just go up the ramp, brother. I mean, good luck getting up the ramp. They are Dragoons after all. Alright, we're kind of stuck on the probes now. I mean, if we kill off a bunch of probes here, that's still nice. And I mean, you look at the supply count. This is definitely looking good for CD Fire. Run, brother, run. All right, we're just gonna go for it. Dive, dive, dive. All right, 4 versus 5 goons. Oh, it's now 4 versus 4. It's now 3 versus 4. Get that goon. Oh. Our goons are coming in such weird ways. Oh, we have taken the high ground of your own base. Haha. This is just a silly fight. Like, no offense to either player, it's just a very silly fight. The goons just keep walking in. There's a zealot. All right. Well, we spiced it up a little bit. We've added a zealot. Oh, the zealot's gonna get the dragoon killed. Brother, no. Why? All right. Looks like there might have been a reaver, but it got. Blew up a goon. Guys, CD Fire's just going to keep rallying stuff in. The supply gap is closing, by the way, as this happens. Although this zealot left unattended here in the mineral line. Never mind, he's going to become attended. Why are we just rallying in zealots? Rallying in zealots here, like, I get that they're quicker and whatnot, but the goons are just infinitely better. Alright, in the end, we'll be fine. Alright, we're gonna go for another fight. Checking other bases. Ooh, or maybe we're going to take it. We're going to take another main. Oh, cheeky. Oh, where are you guys going? You got to pull him out, but Galen has more army here. Oh. Try pushing up this ramp again. Maybe not. Waiting for reinforcements here as more goons show up. Take the main. Beautiful. We have our natural saturated. So CD Fire is going to 3 base saturation. Shell's coming out here with a Reaver inside, presumably. Oh, it takes a lot of damage right off the bat. Ooh, Dragoon's hunting for it. Dragoon's gonna find it. Meanwhile, we're sending it in. Oh my lord, he gets it. GG's. Guys, we've got a series on our hands. Yeah, that is, that'll make a series real quick. CD Fire not going quietly into that good night. He says, it ain't over till it's over. Coop's judging the PvP like, well, that's not how I would play PvP. You know what? That's fair. You would do that, wouldn't you? This map survived bannings finally. I'm so excited. Oh, unable to join game. Don't tell me they hosted the wrong map. Don't get my hopes up like this. Oh. Yeah, they hosted the wrong map, I think. Dang it. We were this close to having Desert Rose. Oh, I lied. It's back up. The lobby must have just been broken. Guys, we're getting it. We're getting the best map in the pool that no one wants to play because no one likes it. But it is the best map. Don't you worry about that, chat. All right, guys, here we go. Game number 4. Galen versus CD Fire. Who's going to take it? Spawning in the top left, guys. It's Galen. Bottom right. It's CD Fire. Alright. So this is Desert Rose, a map that nobody picks. The main, as you can see, very tiny. The natural, very large. The choke, very thick. I don't care what Suri says, it's bigger than normal. Suri's assured me that it's actually the right size in terms of hexes and mappy people stuff. I just don't believe it. Hello, Fear. How are we doing today? Alright, we're going to go forward gate here from CD Fire. Movie night? That sounds nice. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Double gate. Alright. Nice little forward 10-12. Cross spawn, though, against our own 10-12. Things are kind of stacking against it, which always sucks, but... Alright. What are we going to get done here? Alright, 2-gate versus 2-gate. Both players know. One Zealot going across the map. He's hoping for the best, guys. He's gonna go. Now, this ramp is pretty holdable. All things considered, this ramp is very holdable. Let's see. Oh. Okay, what are we gonna do with this pylon, bruh? Drop a gateway? Yeah, buddy. Oh, I'm so ready for this. Alright, we're gonna try and push up there. That was never gonna happen. Oh, we're gonna try it again. I'm still not convinced it's the right play. Actually, are we doing it, chat? Nope. Bad targeting. Great micro from Galen here. See, the thing is, he's building a gateway here. The gateway just came online. Yeah, CD taps out. Galen's gonna take third place. GG. After some hard-fought battles, guys, that is it for CD Fire. Unfortunate for our boy. That does mean it is time for our final match, which is Yakub versus Firetip. All right. Let's go ahead and get our boys. Yes, Yakub, it's time, and it's actually a decent time. It's only, I don't have my watch on. It's only 2 o'clock. I think that's, pretty good. What do you girls think? I don't think she thinks anything. Oh, you're back in the country of Europe? Oop. Or maybe a bit further east. Yeah, no. A very short and simple tournament. Yeah, we kept it short and sweet today. I think that's fine. Honestly, everyone seems to enjoy it, so. We can have a short one here and there. All right, guys, we are just waiting on Firetip to wake up and come play. Once he's here, we can get this show on the road. Well, they'll probably have to do vetoes. So, it will be a minute, but. All right. It's been a good day of StarCraft so far. I'm very happy with what we've done. Lots of PvP. Unfortunate for Vyncke. He did not make it as far as he should have. But I think that shows how good Galen is. And on top of that, how good Yakub is. Like, this is very good. Like, that shows, like, the scale of players, right? So I'm very happy with what we've had today. I think we've had some good games, some very good back and forth. My puppies have had a good nap, right, Jinx? Oh, who's a good girl? Did I just stick my finger in your nose? I'm sorry. Yes, your sister's still over there. Don't worry. Oh, big stretch. All right. Fire tip is here, which means we can start vetoes. Yeah, Jinx or Talia's not waking up for nothing. Look at that girl over there. All right. Let's get these vetoes going. Man, it's been such a good day. I don't know. I feel like we've been doing really good recently with StarCraft in general. IPSL is going great. CSL's been going great. It just genuinely feels like things are going great, you know? Huh, I just realized Firetip and Yakup are on my CPL team. Huh. I guess I should put on our team logo. There we go, guys. It's CPL time. Obviously, we're all part of the bargain bin bourgeois. This is a CPL in-house right here for the finals. All right. Fire tip versus. All right. Drawing all the team players, guys. Come on, boys, get in here. Yeah, I didn't even realize that we were all on the same team. That's hilarious. All right. Well, they've got time to do their vetoes. I guess you know what that means. And if you thought he's going to talk about the Patreon, well, I've got great news because I absolutely was about to talk about the Patreon. Guys, our Patreon right here. I know how much everyone loves Patreon, so you can just click on that support link. There's a big old thick button right here. It says Patreon. You click it. Yeah, I mean, your screen will look a little bit different because you won't be logged into my Patreon, I assume. This is the first ever CS LAN that we ran. CS LAN 1, 2023, guys. Look at it, just lines of computers. All these cool people. We're coming on to number 4, guys. That's only possible thanks to you guys supporting. You know, get them memberships there. Can I view the public side? There we go. Yeah, so you guys can join on here, guys. Remember, $10 a month from any of these platforms gives you access to all the replays from our events. You want to watch IPSL replays? $10 a month. You want to watch the CSL replays too? Still just $10 a month. You want to see other crazy, zany events that we put on? $10 a month, guys. It's all there. Just like our merch is all there. All right. This one is a little bit more expensive, but it's a polo with IPSL on the back, the full logo. I honestly really like it. It's super clean on front, and then you get in front of somebody at the store, and they're like, "Oh, this guy likes Brood War." Guys, and obviously, we have our CSL. There's still some NSL merch too. There's plenty of stuff. Make sure you get it while it's here, guys, because it can't last forever. All good things must come to an end. Just like the Razor deals, guys. As you click on your link, the US or the EU link, whichever one is better for your region. And remember, everything you buy, we end up getting a little bit back from it. Every little bit helps. Guys, you can get the V3 Kitty headset. Look at this. I know what you people are all about. Don't act like you're not looking at that going, huh. So guys, make sure you look at these. Take a look. Consider supporting us. It allows us to put on so much more StarCraft. So yeah, consider taking a look. All right. Oh. All right. Looks like our players are ready. All right. What's the map? All right. We got the map. It's Nightshade. Game number 1. All right, guys. Lobby coming up. I do actually have one last thing I need to sell out about that I totally forgot to actually put in the stream. So this is on me. I totally forgot. But we're going to come in here, grab this link. Guys, go on the Matcherino. Grab a code. For those of you who've never done this before, you're going to go ahead and... Oh. I'm going to delete that. You come in here and you click on the link and you're like, oh, wow, this is cool. This is how people get paid. And you go over and you claim code. And you pick any of these options. I've already claimed a code, so if I log in, it'll just go away. But it'll add 25 cents to the prize pool for free. All you did was hit a button. As you can see, there are 50 codes. We've still got 40 of them left. That adds up pretty quickly, guys. So consider clicking on that link in chat. Grab a code. And with that, we should be ready to go. All right. All right, here we go. Guys, it's finals time between Firetip and Yakub. Best of 5. More PvP. You're welcome. I know how much you guys like it. But just for you, here we go. Spawning here in the top right-hand side, guys. We got Firetip. And bottom left, we have Yakub. Cross spawn PvP. As Yakub said, he is a fan of the Nexus first. So, maybe he'll go for it. Maybe he won't. Better than TVT? That's a fair statement. I am a certified TVT enjoyer, and I won't deny it. But also, yeah, I get it. Oh, did that not get reset? Thank you, chat. Sometimes I'm really bad at remembering to hit the button. Alright. One gate on each side. Two gates versus one gate. Alright. We're going for it, chat. We are going for it. Cross spawn. Throwing down the second gate as well. What are we gonna do? The 2-gate versus 2-gate is interesting, but cross spawn, it's gonna be a while before any sparks fly, you know? Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything anytime soon. Alright, we're banking up our zealots here. Alright, Yakub is going to be the aggressive one here. Let's see. 4 zealots, though? Five zealots. Alright, man. We have so many zealots. Yeah, this is a few too many zealots to YOLO into. That's not gonna work, Yakub. Cyber core is down. Yeah, we still don't have enough zealots to break this. We're going to go for a 3-gate goon. No, it's still just 2-gate robo. Are we gonna like try and expand here from Yakub? It looks like it. Yeah, so we just dropped the expand, bring the zealots home. We have a lot of zealots, which means, to be honest, if we just keep the zealots like parked over here or something, you know, maybe up behind the mineral lines, there's a lot of potential for backstabs here. Alright, Probe's gonna come in here. We have 3 cannons. Yakub loves his 3 cannons. Going up to a 4th cannon. We're just gonna double down here. Alright, it's not gonna get any easier to break this, that's for sure. He's turned around by the amount of cannons he sees. Which, on one hand, I kind of get that. But, like, it's only going to get worse to try and break this. Yeah, I don't know what our follow-up plan is from here. Huh? Gonna take some shots here. We're gonna get pulled in. High ground cannon. Huh. That's a classic. Both players just happily macroing on 2 bases. There's not much Fire Tip can do to break now. He's going Citadel. You know, normally we say Storm is really good. Reaver would just be better right now. Alright, we're going to push out here. I mean, Storm will be fine if we make it back. Like, if the fight happens in the middle of the map, Storm will be fine. But, one, it's taking a while to get into, which, you know, Yakuba isn't going to give him the time to get there. And 2, it ain't good against cannons. Alright. Yeah, we can't exactly push into here either. Oh, hello. These 3 goons are caught out. That's no good, brother. Yeah, and I think we're just going to try ramming it through here. I'm not entirely convinced. We need to take out these zealots before we can try. Taking just some free shots from the cannons and goons while we do that, but he does have more. His macro is a bit better. But so even if he doesn't break it here, I think he's still got a good shot of just rallying across and doing it. Hey, he's going to back up here. He's going to pull the goons out. Taking a fight here would be nice. The real secret is defender's advantage is really good. This is a very good arc. I'm not convinced we can push into the arc. All right. And this is exactly what Yakuba should be doing at a moment like this. We're going to drop a 3rd. Yeah. Very good arc, very good amount of goons. We need tech to deal with this. He doesn't have any tech, so it'll be a minute. Meanwhile, Citadel's done. We never went Templar Archives, so we don't actually have any sort of tech. Nothing. It's a very weird spot to find the game in, right? Like, neither player has actually put in any teching yet. Like, we're just now getting an observatory and a Templar Archives. Meanwhile, we still don't have anything over here. Just now getting the Templar Archives. And if we had that earlier, could be very different. Ooh. Alright, we're going to try something a little cheeky. It's crazy that we never went to Storm here from Fire Tip. He does just macro his way out of here, though. Yakuba's going to run home. Neither player has Splash. That's so crazy to me. Like, the most basic thing you want in this matchup. And we have none of it. Oop. Accidentally almost going to lead him to our third base. All right, here we go. We have a wave of Zealots coming up here from Yakub. Fire tip, though, ready to take the fight. Lots of Zealots dying. No splash on either side. We do have an Archon, though. That'll give, you know, tiniest amount of splash and a bit of chunk here. Going to the back, not helping at all. DT's coming out here. All right, DT's getting thrown into the mix is a huge play. Observatory just now coming on up. All right, we deny a third base attempt here. At the end of it, fire tip's actually up in supply. Oops, we have an observer here. Got him. We immediately drop a bunch more cannons. Like, ooh, DTs are on the field. Ooh. All right, we're trading out the goons for DTs. Oh, there's an observer coming. Of course there is. Oh, the hit just flies right over. Lol. Ah, he saw. All right, both sides putting in High Templar. So, I mean, we're going to start storming. Ooh, we're making Archons here. I'm not sure we really want more Archons. Storm is always better if we can get away with just having Storm. I have a fourth base here. Oh, we're going to actually find this third base, so we're going to send it on in. This army's going to get very clumped, which means storms are going to really rock the world here. Oh, so many storms on both sides. But there is just... We're not quite breaking the cannons here. If we went and stormed the mineral line, but I don't think there's any storms left in the tank. All right, we're going to pull the boys. Ooh. Almost killing our Templar in the mix. All right. Kill a couple probes with that storm, but honestly, base survived. Army fight won. We are now up 20 supply. Like, yeah, that's basically it. Now, Yakub just needs to turn that into a victory, which should be doable. DT is just going to town here, buddy. 4 kills. No remorse. Alright, Yakub's building up a good army. He's now pulling 50 supply ahead. He's pulling ridiculous amounts ahead at this point. 4 bases versus 3. It really is just going to work like that. Oh, he gets the probe. That's just mean. This gateway in the bottom right, paying dividends. Oh, we are also just gonna try and advance to take the base in the bottom right. My brain just went blank for a moment. All right, man, Shark. But what if, and hear me out, I bought, I don't know, how many battle chests did I buy over the years? 4, 5, maybe 6. Every time we moved, I lost the CDs, and then I'd have to buy another one so I could play again. See, what if I bought multiple battle chests? How do I feel about that? That's a lot of... At the same time, or... I feel like that's an important question. All right. Yakub's going to send it. He's got a huge economic advantage. He's got a great upgrade advantage. All right. Yeah, we're going to send it on in here. Yeah, GG is called. And with that, Yakub takes game number 1. Yeah, you're sitting there and you're like, oh, wow, that was a great series. That was game number 1. We have plenty more StarCraft to go. Right, girls? Mm. Talia doesn't care. She is donezo. Look at that. Yakub. Yakub is just talking about the grocery store. Yeah, Coop. It's fine, guys. I'll see myself out. All right, waiting on our players. They're both checking the replay, seeing what happened. Oh, it was a long game. Oh, look at that great emote. Man, I need to actually move my chair so I can turn it enough. That's this girl right here. Right, Jinx? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm sorry. Are you trying to sleep? Am I bothering you? You want some of your scratches? Can I make up for it with your scratches? Yes, I can. Good girl. Good girl. I can get some emotes made. I forgot that emote existed. I haven't seen that emote in a very long time. I really need to get some emotes made. We got to figure out what emotes we're going to run with for this channel. I'm thinking we need emotes for all of our casters. I gotta see if I can find someone who'll do like emote drawing stuff. Get them some photos of our guys. All right, fire tip is still in the replay, so it'll be just a minute here. All right. So we need the casters. I figure if we're gonna go for like, if we're gonna do like pogs and stuff, right? We'll definitely stick with the pups. And we can do like a Jinx pog and a Tali sleep emote. Yeah, I think we can have some fun. All right, Fire Tip's back. Let's see what map number 2 is gonna be. All right, guys, we got a map number 2. We're gonna host up real quick. We're gonna get this show on the road. All right, guys. Ugh, throat did not like that at all. All right. Game number 2, best of 5, Fire Tip versus Yakub, starts now on Radiant. Let's see who's going to take it. I'm getting better at that timing, for sure. Spawning in the bottom left, guys. It's Fire Tip. Spawning in the top left. It's Yakub. By the way, a very nice guy. He came to CS LAN this past year. He was just generally a very nice guy. So, yeah, that's it. Fire Tip? No, I don't think I know him. Let's see what we get out of these guys, though. Game number 2. Plenty of potential. I mean, another 25-minute banger is entirely possible. Gateway's coming on up here. Come on, Yakub. Don't be a coward. Go for the 12 necks. Remember, every time Yakub does a gateway, it could have been a 12 nexus. Alright. 2 gate here. 2 gate. Alright. Both players gonna 2 gate it up. Let's see what the plan's gonna be. Alright, workers pass each other. Fine and dandy. Nope, not gonna get the scout. Zealot will deny it. Who's gonna attack first is the real question. Or what are we gonna do up here, maybe? Is there a great place to hide something, like a pylon? Alright. The gamers have a bit more game in them. Alright, Fire Tip's the one who moves out first. Proxy gateway. Are we gonna go DTs or? No, we're just gonna go 4 gate. This is an all-in of all-ins. And you absolutely love to see it. Remember, if you just all-in enough, you will win. That's why the 4 pool is the best build, is because it's the most all-in you can be. Alright, we're throwing down the blocking pylon. And a Nexus. Yakub, one to expand. He loves his second base. He loves his third base. He's not going to love how many Zealots are going to show up on his doorstep soon, though. Take a fight, but we don't have as many Zealots. Coop just has more. Reinforcements are gonna show up here. The reinforcements are gonna swing this way along with some good positioning. Probe taking part. Oh, he wanted the probe. He's not gonna get the probe. Probius lives. Oh, hello. It's fine. We didn't need those frames anyways. Yakub says, GG! And an all-in. We'll always do it. GG's. All right, guys. We got a series 1 each. Yakub's definitely hitting reload replay. Click to end. Like, oh, there was gates over here. Whoopsies. All right, guys, here we go. Game number 3. Well, it's not a sweep, that's for sure. I am kind of curious if this is going to go to Game 5, because it definitely can. There's definitely good Game 5 potential here. All right, guys. Game number 3, PvP, Yakub Fire Tip for the Grand Finals. Starts now. Let's see how it goes. In the bottom left of Stargazer. Singular. 1 Stargazer. Give it up for Yakub. And in the top right, give it up for Fire Tip. Alright, 2-player map, which means things can get a lot spicier, a lot quicker. Let's see if the players go for that, or if they're going to play around that. Does not look like it. So we're going to get nothing too fancy here. Just some macro, just albeit on some less bases. Gate scout. We're not scouting here from Yakub. He's like, I know where you're at. It's a 2-player map. No need to worry. He's going to play 2 gates again. Oh, second gate scout. Interesting. Bit of a later scout, but 2-player map, you know where your opponent is. It's more about figuring out what they're doing. You're going to show up before Zealot's done anyways, no matter what you do here. Get in here. You see everything that's going on. Jakub about to break his keyboard. He really should play another race with that much APM. Like, what are you doing different with that extra 200 APM, you know? Like, man, you don't need that you don't need that APM. Take it over to Terran or something. Or Zerg. You can put that APM to good use with Zerg. 400 APM of microing mutas. We're gonna have the next Jaedong here. Alright, we're gonna move out here and probably go for a Nexus. Yeah. It's Jakub. He's always going for a Nexus. Alright, so Nexus is down. We just got a few Zealots here. You don't need anything but Zealots. Zealots are really the only unit you need in this game. Oh! Haha! Probe's juking and jiving. Oh. This is where you really mess with when you drop a pylon in the corner. And you start freaking out like, what? And he goes to take care of it. Just waste his time. You could also go for some like Manor pylons, but Goon's out now, so the fun's over. Dang, Dragoons ruining the fun. Five-game series. Yes, this is a best of 5. We'll go until one player hits 3. All right, Can finishes up just in time for Fire Tip to show up here. All right, we're gonna try targeting down the cannon, but what about second cannon? Aha! All right, we pull some boys just to help out here. And what a clean hold with the cannons. Now with APM like this, I would like to see Jakub hotkey each one of these cannons. So, you know, control 2, control 3, or whatever. And then just like target down units. So it's like, you know, like, can you do it when you're observing? No, you can't. You can't hotkey things when you're observing. That's sad. But yeah, you just select like 2, 3, and you just like doop doop. Click down units real quick. Oh, hello, Pylon. What are you doing there? In a very inconspicuous place. we have 3 goons and 2 cannons versus 5 goons. Boop. All right, well, we have 2 goons and 2 cannons. 2 goons and 1 cannon. 3 goons and 1 cannon. 3 goons and 0 cannons. Oh, Fire Tip's pulling this apart. Going to kind of position ourselves here by the minerals. Oh, we're going to, we're going to try leaving. But, no reason to leave if we just win. Coop's kind of getting walked on right now. And while I know some people would normally pay for that, Firetip's doing it for free. Or at least Yakubs isn't paying for it. Alright, next is going to go down and supply block Yakub, actually, unless he's got any pylons cooking. Alright, he does. But losing the Nexus is so painful here. You've invested so much time and money into it. Your opponent's got their own up. Yeah, and now what you do is you just kind of set up in an arc over here, right? You just kind of, or even better yet, you can do it on the outside. Oh, shuttle. Bring in the fun. Where's the slug? Damn, the slug didn't join the party. Alright, we don't have enough goons here. What are you doing, Shuttle? You leave the boys for dead, and then you come back just in time to do nothing? Oh, we're splitting it off now. Perhaps the slug isn't here. The real slug is the friends we made along the way. What's in the shuttle? Reaver in a shuttle. Blunk. Oh, ah! That's gonna dud, and that's so upsetting. There was great potential in that Reaver shot. No. No. I mean, at least the defense is going great for him. Yeah, if nothing else, at least he defended very well. Yakub just trying to retake his natural at this point. Puts him incredibly behind, which is surprisingly only 10 supply. Alright, Slug is just gonna walk its way down here. Yakub says GG! GG's. What a good little firecracker series here. Fire Tip really pulling out the PvP stops, yeah. You know what's crazy, chat? For those of you who have watched many a CSL before, you obviously you're familiar with the little camera box here, my little spot for graphics, and you guys over here hanging out, right? This is the last CSL you're gonna see it. This is our last CSL for the year, and next year we have a new graphics package coming. And it looks so good. It looks so good. So this is the last time you're going to see this stuff here. It's crazy to think about. I mean, this is CSL number 42. We've been doing them since, what, 2021? Yeah, CSL Brood War. All right, yeah, our first one was December 2021, December 4th. We got this branding in April of 2022 is when we switched to this current branding. It's crazy. Man. A little nostalgic, but also at the same time, we can do better than this. I'm just not a graphics person. But now that I have one, we're going to see things so much nicer. You know what else is nice, though? PvP. Yakub versus Firetip. Game number 4. Spawning here in the top right-hand side, guys. It's Yakub. And in the bottom right, it's Firetip. Game number 4. Are we going to get any spice? Some craziness? Who knows what? I hope so. There's always a world where Yakub goes 12 next. And do I hope it's this world. I want to see the 12 next into carriers that he was talking about earlier in chat. It's not this world. Once again, we are robbed. Missing out on what we were promised. Cross spawn scout from Firetip. Both of them just playing 2 gates today. Very interesting. Like, I guess if it ain't broke, you both have a decent chance of winning with it. You know? I guess I can't find fault in it. You know? It just keeps working. Alright, gas coming from Firetip. No such thing from Yakub. Yakub doesn't believe in the gas. He just believes in the man with the stabby arms. You know? And I get it. These guys, pretty scary. And look at that. They have little swords on their wrists. It doesn't get any scarier than that. Oop. We stabbed our own brother? What did he do to deserve getting stabbed? Whoa. Alright, Alright, the probe gets all the info it needs at this point. It sees 5 zealots. Alright. Ooh, we're gonna go Nexus here. Very Yakub. He loves his Nexus. We're gonna get some cannons too, that means. You can't have one without the other. Alright, we do have goons coming now. Forge, Cyber, just starting up. So this is going to be very much a repeat of last game. I'm curious to see. Because Fire Tip, you know, arrived just as the cannons finished. So I'm wondering if he's going to try for another timing where he can try and get around that. Does not seem like it. I don't think he has enough to try and break it at this time. But perhaps he'll try anyways. Alright, we got 5 zealots and 2 cannons here. We actually don't really have a lot. Granted, it is more than what Fire Tips brought, so... It ain't over till it's over. Oh, hello, Mr. Free Probe. I do love me a good free probe. Yeah, we drop a 3rd cannon. We're not losing to the bust again. Not this time. Not again. Alright, we're just gonna send it. In the very Canadian, we're just gonna send it. Hurry down the cannons while the zealots take the brunt of everything. We take out 2 real quick. If we didn't have that 3rd cannon, this would be a very different game right now. Oh, someone's internet does not like this micro. Alright. Well, killed all the cannons. Do we just make more goons? Are we gonna take first place by just make goons? Guys, just make goons. Yeah, I think. Remember, there's no high ground in Maine. This is all one ground, and yeah, that's it. Fire Tip's gonna take the finals, 3-1. He just walks in and wins. Like, it's that easy. Chat, it is literally that easy to walk in and win. All right, friends. Thank you for watching. I am asking you one more time to look at that link right there and grab a code. It is free for you to grab a code, and it gives money to our players. So, yes. You're going to go right here. You're going to click this link. You know what? I'll even show you real quick before we send you on your way. Guys, all you have to do is wait for OBS to click this button. You click that link. It brings you here. You hit claim code. You pick an option, right? All right. I'll just log in. Yep, you hit. Yep. They can do it. We've already claimed a code. Oh, yeah. Actually, I just claimed that one. Apparently, I hadn't claimed one yet. Ta-da! I added 25 cents to the prize pool for free. You can see we're up to $3, guys. That is what, 1/20th of the prize pool right there for free? Look at all these Giga Chads that have Look at all these people. Every one of these has helped contribute to this prize pool, and that could be you too. All you have to do is click 2 buttons, claim code, approve. Ta-da! But guys, that's all I've got. Thank you all for hanging out today. It's been a fantastic stream, as always. You guys make it so much fun. Thank you all. For the players, shout out to the players. Shout out to you guys watching. What is Ricehead doing to this scene? Why is the first stream I see a frickin' VTuber? What is Ricehead doing to us? Let's see. Who else is streaming? Oh, I have the wrong filter on. Yeah, we can go take a look at BSL. What do we got? DeWalt, Terror, Semi, and Tech. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Make sure you enjoy the other stream. Make sure you grab the Matcherino codes. That link right there. Just click it. Before you leave, click that link. And until next time, peace.